What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We got a lot of things going on with the Peterbilt today, so sorry for the wind. It's gonna be a little windy here for the first part, but we are putting new stacks on and a new turbo, and a few other things. So I also got new fenders that we're gonna be putting on in a different video. I don't know if you guys can hear me with the wind. Got new 8-inch stacks with that reduced to 5-inch because these are full 8-inch, and I didn't want to buy the wide pipe because these are a little rusty by the one clamp, and I already got those ones sold. So these ones are also a little bit taller. They were for my other truck, but we'll make them work. So hopefully they look all right because I don't know how this style is going to be on the Peterbilt, but I got the wide pipe support brackets, all the clamps, and I got a full tilt manifold, and then new turbo as an AirTech Turbo S475. There's the specs on it. A bunch of exhaust pieces. We got a straight piece of stainless. I got a chrome downpipe, some other miscellaneous pieces that'll be going on it here. Yeah, we got a lot. Them tires are just, they're dead to bring back because I borrowed them. But these are badass custom fenders. Like I said, we'll be putting these on in a different video, but make sure you stay tuned for that because we'll be putting them on here at some point. But I also wanted to add, we did change a few other things. I had it plugged in, turned the governors off. I bumped the idle up to 720, so it idles a little bit smoother now. I turned it on so that when I have the cruise set, because it didn't do this before, and the cruise is set and you go down a hill, it would just keep coasting. It would never, jake brake would never kick in. Now the jake brake kicks in, we turn that on. What else did we change? I think that's it. But we changed a few things, and yeah, we're just gonna make it a little louder, add a little more power with the new turbo, and put the new stacks on. Which I'll show you why here in a little while. That one's got a little bit of rust starting on it, and before they rotted out, I decided I'm going to sell them so I can still get some decent money out of them. I already had the other ones sitting on the shelf, so they're already there and ready to roll. So I just kind of, because they were for a different truck, my old truck, I never put them on that truck, so I just got new clamps. Big Rig Chrome Shop swapped them out for me, and we're gonna throw them on. We also set the jake brake up so there's no delay, because this truck had a really delayed jake brake. It would take 2-3 seconds before the jake would kick in, and we turned the delay off, so now the jake brake should be real fast. When I drove it home last night, it was definitely better. I don't know if it's crazy fast, but it's definitely a lot better than it was. So this is why we're changing the stacks. New manifold, oil drain and oil feed lines, turbo, all that stuff, downpipe, 90 to go back. Oh yeah. Okay, so we got the new turbo manifold and all new exhaust, new stacks. We already ran it yesterday. I'll put on my Signature 600. This truck's ELD exempt, so yeah. S475 turbo, 5-inch exhaust, all stainless. We did have to modify the downpipe a little bit because I bought the wrong downpipe, but don't worry, it's welded on the inside. We're gonna pull it off one of these days and TIG weld this so it looks prettier. But yeah, Signature 600 Cummins, and then we put the new short 30 turnout stacks on. They're a little bit taller. I think they look pretty killer compared to the ones that were on it. They don't look a lot different, but these ones are a little bit taller, which I think makes a big difference. I just think it makes a difference. They're still only about 12'9", aired up. I think like 12'6" or so aired out. Not super tall. Like I said, I bought these from my Kenworth, so yeah, I don't know. I just didn't buy them super tall because our shop door for the farm here is only 13 foot. And I didn't want to go too tall for that reason. But next that'll be taller. I'm going to build my own shop because the farm is just a local farm that a couple people I'm friends with here. And they let me park my truck here and use the shop because I don't have my own shop yet. So yeah. But like I said earlier in the video, we did not delete this truck. This truck is ELD exempt. It's an older engine, so I don't want to hear it. It's engine swapped. It's a glider, whatever you want to call it. We just changed the exhaust and the stacks and turbo and stuff, make a little bit more power. I wanted it louder because it was pretty quiet before. But let me get a little cold start on her here. It's been sitting overnight. I got back probably about 11 o'clock last night. And I think I want to say it's probably about 10:30 the next morning, and we got to go to Minnesota today. Oh, it sounds so good. I love these short 30 turnouts. I wasn't quite sure how it was gonna look, but it just looks mean. Now it needs a little bit bigger visor and a square bumper, polished grille, more grille bars, and old school headlights, and she'll look pissed off. Oh yeah. You hear the air compressor kick in. Let me pump the idle up. Alright, 75,000 pounds, pretty much right on the head from when I scaled. Load of shingles. All 18 gears. about a week with the turbo swap, and now my Signature 600 is pushing coolant. I think it's just the tank. Hopefully, we bought a new tank from Peterbilt. It's kind of spraying out mainly down here, but the tank is cracked. You can see these stupid junk plastic tanks. Just they suck. So I bought a new one. We're gonna swap that out. It has never came out of the little pressure relief overflow thing. So hopefully no drop liners or head gaskets or heads or nothing like that. We went to go test it and we couldn't because couldn't even get it to hold a pound of pressure. So hopefully it's just the tank. So we're gonna swap out this tank quick. And earlier in the video I said we got some fenders. Well, I ended up getting new ones because the ones that I had bought, Big Rig actually gave me the wrong ones. They were supposed to be 38-inch badass fenders, and we never measured them. We just threw them in the back of the truck and we had to go because we were in a hurry. Well, we set one on and they were really short. They ended up being the 30-inch ones. So went back this Saturday, swapped them out. Now I have Titan brand, which I actually like better because they have little brackets, so there'll be a boltless looking fender. So like here's the inside of the fender. There's a bracket on the inside, so there'll be no bolts going through it, which will be freaking awesome. But that'll be another video. Let's get this tank swapped out and see if that maybe fixes the issue. We also got to change the front airbag on the other side because the one airbag is leaking and dumps my air within a couple minutes. Okay, so old tank is off. I have the new one. Peterbilt sells two different ones. They have an aftermarket one and like, I don't know, like a factory one, I guess. I don't know the difference. But there's one that's like $280 and the other one is like $680 roughly. That's the aftermarket one from Peterbilt. Still TRP. So I don't know if one is TRP and one is PACCAR, or if that's TRP is to PACCAR. I have no idea. But this is the aftermarket $280 one. Part number if you want it. The two tanks look literally identical. Like the only difference that I see is like literally this doesn't say 15 psi on it. Otherwise they look exactly the same. So I don't know. If you guys want to know, comment down below. Today is it's May 5th right now, 2024. So if you want to know in a couple months how this is holding up, comment below and I will try to respond if I can, if I see it, and let you know how this aftermarket cheap tank is going. Like I said, this is right from Peterbilt, so it's not like an eBay one or nothing, but yeah, this one's leaking. It's cracked right here, you can kind of see it. And then it was leaking down in this section too. This is actually where it was spraying the most out of down here. I might even just try to throw a tighter hose clamp on it maybe. I don't know. But we're gonna put that tank on, super easy. 3 hoses, bing, one big down here, boom, and then the little one on top. 2 bolts on top and that's it. I drained about 4 gallons of coolant out. This is about 2.5, 3.5, and then that was about full, so, or about half full, so about 4 gallons of coolant, and I was able to pull the tank off. It was enough to get it out of the tank. So one thing we did that made it a little easier when we drained the coolant the first time to do the turbo, we put, I don't know if you see it, put a little valve on there to drain coolant to make it a little bit easier. I might switch the valve out later. It's just the cheaper one from like Menards. I think it might be leaking a hair. It's just a little ball valve. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I also, when you do it, if you do one of these, you either get a locking one or do like what I did. And once you close it, you can throw a zip tie around it. If you position it right, and you can zip tie it towards the pipe, and then it won't go nowhere because it does have a little hole. It's just run the zip tie through the hole. Zip tied around the pipe, doesn't go nowhere. But we're gonna get this tank put on. I'm gonna pressure wash all the shit off this and then go take it for a test drive and see. Fingers crossed it doesn't build pressure no more. I don't know if we'll find out today if it'll get, well, I mean, it was leaking now, and it maybe got 120 degrees, 130 degrees. It never even got up to operating temp because where I parked the truck is only about 2 miles from here, so that was spraying out. But we'll get this swapped out and fingers crossed, otherwise it's gonna get a lot more expensive. Well, that's not gonna work. Big hose, a little nipple. Shit. Okay, new tank is on. We had to build an adapter. I was told that all the new tanks come this way, but I guess I don't know. I didn't talk to Peterbilt. So this is 3/8 line down to 5/8. So we just used a 5/8 to 3/8 adapter. We actually made our own, so 2 barb fittings, and then did that. Sealed everything good. I've heard good and bad about these TRP tanks, but we'll try it. We ran, I've heard, no, this is just a breather hose, I believe, from what I understand. So if anybody's wondering, like the little thing down in the bottom of this hose is like super tiny, like a super tiny hole. All right, so everything's hooked up. Coolant is a little bit low. We got to work the bubbles out of it yet, and everything there's still air in it, but it's full enough for now. I tightened this lower clamp a little bit because it was leaking out of there, and yeah, added this green hose, so we put the end of it in a water bottle to test for pressure. Otherwise, yeah, just pressure washed everything off until we can see any fresh coolant, and we're gonna take it for a test drive. Well, we took it for a test drive, got back, still full of coolant, no leaks. It's like a bottle of water, that hose in a bottle of water, no bubbles, no pressure. I think that's all it was. I think the tank must have broke internally, and I don't know, it was doing some weird shit, and it was leaking all over the place all of a sudden. Went from like no cracks to like leaking in like 10 different spots or whatever. Like, oh, like five, 6 spots. Like it was like all over the place. It was leaking. But that's fixed now. That's probably where we're gonna end this video. There'll be a lot more videos on this truck. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you later.